Trondheim junior solisti su osnovani 2001. godine kao orkestar za obuku Trondheim solista. Ovaj orkestar čini 18 do 20 mladih talenata gudača od 14 do 19 godina. Muzičari su regrutovani iz muzičkih škola širom cele centralne Norveške. Glavni cilj je da nauče kako da rade kao kamerni muzičari na visokom nivou, uče repertoar za kamerni orkestar i uopšte inspirišu mlade talente. Imali su koncerte u Pragu, Londonu, Kopenhagenu i Toskani, kao i mnoge koncerte u Norveškoj. Tako su stigli i do Srbije, Zrenjanina, Sremskih Karlovaca, Beograda. Zbog toga je i večerašnja emisija Sve stranci pomalo drugačija i posvećena samo njima. Nela Penjin, student 3. godine u Trondheimu. Halvard Braten Steinhovden, student 1. godine u Trondheimu. Sigmund Tvetevik, violinista. Vođa orkestra Trondheim junior solist i član Trondheim solista.
Vi sjekker hvordan det er i forhold til i dag. Kanskje litt opp i dag. Prøv det en gang, men den går an.
Moji roditelji su iz Srbije, a ja sam rođena u Norveškoj i tamo sam odrasla.
Jako lepo pričate srpski. Da li u porodici u Norveškoj pričate srpski? Idete li u neke srpske škole u Norveškoj ili je to samo boravak kod rodbine?
Pa da, svakog leta smo kod bake i deke i družimo se sa rodbinom, a kod kući se priča srpski. U školi naravno norveški, ali imala sam ja neke časove maternjeg jezika, ali to samo par godina. Inače sam kod kući naučila srpski.
Nije vam teško što kod kuće pričate srpski i kako, kada pričamo o osjećaju pripadnosti, da li se više osjećate Srpkinjom ili Norvežankom, iako ste rodom iz Norveške?
Moji roditelji kažu da se ja ponašam kao Norvežanka, ali ja primim svaki put kad dođem u Srbiju, onda se osjećam kao da pripadam i ovde. Tako da je to malo podeljeno.
Are you first time here in Serbia, in Vojvodina? And tell me something about your first impressions.
Yeah. This is my first time in Serbia. We came early Wednesday morning, and we have stayed in a hostel in Belgrade. And my first impression of the place is that you are very friendly people. We feel really welcome, and our concert at Zrenjanin yesterday was very successful, and people really liked it and was applauding very much. And we really like the place, and we feel very welcome and that we are appreciated.
Two things, it was flat. I was surprised it was so flat. Norway is very hilly and fjords and everything. And the other thing was a bit colder than I thought. But this was just the first beginning, because Norway is very cold, winter. It's still snow in my garden. And so I was thinking, maybe some spring, some nice sun. But
there is no sun this spring.
But today, when we came here, we had lunch at Danube, a restaurant, very nice restaurant, and suddenly there was sun, and it was fantastic. So, and of course, like my colleagues also say, the friendly Serbian people. It's been a great experience. Really, really great.
Kada ste počeli da se bavite muzikom?
Ja sam počela sa 4 godine da sviram klavir, a sa 7 violinu i tako sam paralelno to radila godinama i sad studiram violinu, to mi je glavni instrument, a klavir mi je, isto sviram klavir i imam časove sa profesorom.
A objasnite mi onda kako ste se našli u ovom orkestru kao student violine?
Ja sam u ovom orkestru svirala od moje 13. godine. Bila sam deo jednog talent programa u Trondheimu, gde sada i studiram. I onda sam automatski ušla u ovaj orkestar i svirala s njima do studija, do 19. godine. I sad sam bila pozvana da budem solista i da sviram violu. Tako da sam naučila violu za par meseci, samo malo da im pomognem da bude malo više viola.
For 2 years I have went to a talent program in Trondheim, so I'm not living there. I'm not living in Trondheim, but I'm traveling there a couple of times a month and taking lessons with the professor there. And we play a lot of chamber music, and with that talent program I have the possibility to play with the Trondheim junior soloists, and that has helped me very much developing chamber music skills. And it's it is orchestra for students and for younger people on this talent program, and younger people living in Trondheim. So we are from 15 to 20 years old, and it's very developing for chamber skills.
We take on tour not so often, maybe once a year, because they're busy, go to school and everything. But we have a good time to make really good projects. So we've been to Prague a few years ago, and we've been to Tuscany, concert in Siena and Florence, and also in London before. And so this is the 4th trip we do in this big scale. But where I usually work is in the Trondheim Soloists, and that's a professional orchestra, and we travel a lot. We go around Europe, and also we've been to India, we've been to Palestine, Israel, and America, and China. It started with Jovan Pavlovic, who is a good friend of mine and colleague. He's artistic leader of Tutti Serbia, but he lives in Trondheim in Norway. And we were talking together about the opportunity to come here. And so he, through his organization, Tutti, and especially Tina, who works there, they put together this fantastic tour for us. So we're staying in Belgrade for a whole week, and then taking bus trips like Zrenjanin yesterday, and today Novi Sad, and here Sremski Karlović.
Karlovci.
Sorry.
Kako se srpska muzika našla na repertoaru jednog norveškog orkestra?
Pa ja sam dugo svirala sa vođom orkestra i on je predložio pre par godina u stvari da bi bilo interesantno da idemo na neku turneju u Srbiju, pošto moja 2 brata isto sviraju u orkestru. I tako, onda su malo pričali sa mojim roditeljima, Tutti Srbija nam je ovo se sada organizovala. Oni su, jedno 200 mailova napred nazad da bi sve ovo isplanirali, ali na kraju je ispalo fantastično.
Yeah, it's very different from the Nordic kind of music. It's mainly in minor. It's minor music, and I think it was a new language for me, a new musical language to play, and it's very technical, difficult, and but I think when the orchestra came together and practiced it, I think it's kind of like rock music. Actually, we sit there and we dig it, and it goes fast, but we have this. We have practiced it a lot, and since we know the piece so well as we do now, we have the ability to really listen to the music, and
it's basically very fast, so we have to be really have to practice a lot. But it's fun to play, fun music, and then there's a slow bar part, and we worked a bit on that, and we have to try to imitate the traditions here, a bit folk song style. But luckily, we have Nela and her 2 brothers who have Serbian background, and she's the soloist for that piece, so that works really well.
Šta je ono što vam se ovde dopada? Kada dođete leti kod bake i dede?
Volim mentalitet ljudi, ljudi su otvoreni, topli i toplo je vreme, ali nekako to sve je opušteno, ovako ljudi su gostoprimljivi i meni je uvek lepo.
Actually, it's quite different standards from from the Nordic countries and from Scandinavia. But I really love to see new cultures and to develop new knowledge about places. And I think this visit will make me richer as a human being. Absolutely.
Pa ja sam ovde bila uglavnom preko leta i više sam kao turista nego deo naroda, da kažem. Stanemo kod bake i deke, kod njih je dobar standard. Tako da nisam ja baš nešto sad videla, da kažem, te najgore strane Srbije, ali naravno da je velika razlika.
What do you think about Serbian audience?
Oh, great. We had a fantastic day yesterday in Zrenjanin. Full house and bravos and lots of... Yeah, so that was fantastic.
What is more difficult, work with young people or working with your colleagues?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's very different in a way. So, but I like both because you have different challenges, and it's fantastic to work with these young people. I must say, and since it's not so often and very compact, we have like weekends because they come traveling. Like you talked to the cellist, he comes from 4 hours away from Trondheim, and they travel and they stay for a weekend, and so that's fun, and you know they get so good after. There is like the improvement is, so that's fun to work with the young people.
Kako vidite svoju budućnost i svoju karijeru?
Ne znam još, ali bi voljela da sviram u orkestru, sad vidjet ćemo, imam još godinu dana studija i ja ću samo da vežbam i da budem vredna, pa ćemo vidjeti gde ću završiti.
Orchestra, since it's the junior orchestra for the Trondheim soloists, it's possibility if you play very well and is very serious to maybe get the chance to play with the senior Trondheim soloists, and that is a well-known orchestra in the world, and they were just Grammy nominated, and so they are very well-known international. So by studying in Trondheim, you can have the possibility to maybe try to play with the main Trondheim soloists afterwards. And yeah, you know, since I am studying music, I really want to be a professional, and I think this is a great place to start in the junior soloists.
Tell me about your colleague Jovan and Tuti Serbia project.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us, to our audience of Stranci, Who is he? Because he's man from Serbia,
Yeah.
and I heard that he is doing a lot of great things in Norway, and
Yeah.
he's very popular
He's
musician.
Yeah, he's a great accordionist, and he not only can play Balkan, and he can play all styles. And so he's used a lot back in Norway, and then, for example, he's coming back this autumn together with Marko Markovic, who I think is famous here, trumpet player,
Yeah,
fantastic. So they have a project. So he brings his friends to Norway sometimes, and also the opposite way. And now, especially with this Tutti Serbia, which they started this World Music Center last year in Belgrade, and that will help the cooperation between the countries to grow even stronger.
Da li imate ideju i zamišljate da jednog dana dođete i radite ovde, recimo, i svirate ovde u Filharmoniji?
Pa, ja sam gledala na internetu da li ima nekog orkestarskog kursa preko leta, ali nisam ništa našla za sada. Ali mogla bi stvarno da ovde sviram. Volila bi ovde da stanujem neko, možda kraće vreme za početak.
Da provedete neko vreme ovde?
Da, volila bi.
Will you come again here, and when it will be?
I think definitely again, especially because Tutti Serbia is now a good friend now with Jovan and Tina, and so I'm sure we'll make new projects. Hard to say when, but hopefully not too late. Hopefully soon. Hold deg, og så bak helt til slutt, så vi får satt opp riktig.
I kakav je utisak vaših norveških kolega koji sviraju srpsku muziku? Dakle, ima li nekih sličnosti, ako pričam sad o tradicionalnoj muzici?
Ima sličnosti, ali...
Mnogo više razlika.
Više razlika, da. Ali oni, ja mislim da uživaju stvarno svirajući ovu muziku i na probama nam je bilo super i na kraju mislim da je ispalo dobro.
Can it be some cooperation between so different traditions, so different way of music and playing?
Yeah, sure. You know, it's so much easier to communicate with music than language. You know, if you're going to communicate Serbian and Norwegian with no English, impossible. But music, not a problem.
It's same all over the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think about to come again here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as I said earlier, the audience is so kind and friendly, and it's really joyful to come and play for you, because you have so much to give as an audience, I think. Because in Norway it's like almost forbidden to give applause between the movements, for instance, and it's kind of a little more conservative, I think. So I was really surprised, actually, that it's so radical and here, and I really like the place, so I am planning to come again, absolutely.